This guy's running the planet? He was pissed. Anyway.
2021 that he noticed was a heightened lack of trust in governments. He said, based on what I've seen over the...
Because of you, you idiot. Because psychos like you go in, take the money to make a vaccine, and then when it's time to give it to the world, you say, oh, no, we have sorry, it's our patent. Capitalism. Hey, people are saying that 200,000 people in the world might have died because of him, just because he didn't just give the vaccine. So rude. This is what he does, though. He's manipulating government. I don't believe in the microchip in your vaccine thing that people say that he's trying to put a microchip in the vaccine. I don't believe in that. Just the real stuff is fucked up. But just like these predictions, the conspiracy theorists on Bill Gates, the reason why the conspiracy theorists, they're technically wrong, like factually they're wrong. Fine, fair enough. But the reason why they're doing important work and doing God's work is because they're bringing our attention. They're saying, hey, this guy's a psycho. This guy's a psycho, and I'm getting a channeling. He will rule us. Like they're doing, that's what the conspiracy theories are. He's making microchips, putting microchips in people, and then people take a button and control you. That's what they're doing with Bill Gates. They're predicting it's almost like a metaphor for what he really is. And that's what we found out that he is this year, and it's terrifying, that him and Zuck's gonna be in
the last
charge.
couple of years, I'm more worried than I've ever been about the ability of governments to get big things done. People wanted someone to blame for the pandemic and the lockdowns and the hardships, and so they chose the government, he said. But he also said the lack of trust came in the form of a political divide, in which one side blamed the other. As for the media, it made hay while the people were busy putting the blame on the right or the left or the middle or the bit.
Wow, so high and mighty, this Bill Gates. He's putting himself as like, while I was being perfect and trying to fix the problem, while I was being like a perfect human being, operating perfectly and trying to fix the problem, left and right, and everyone's fighting. Why didn't you give the vaccines out, you piece of shit? That's why people don't trust government. Because you use the U.S. government money to make the vaccine, and then when it was part of the deal of like the government's going to pay for it, part of the deal was we have this open source tech, whatever. He steps in and says, no, it's our technology. Doesn't give out the vaccine, the copyright or whatever the hell it is for the vaccine. And as a result, the last time I read an article about it, they said at least 200,000 people in the world died because he's being a greedy little pig. Let's keep going.
So the extreme to both sides. Gates said there are many reasons for this growing divide, including a 24-hour news cycle.
Such a psycho.
Reports headline generation.
Put you.
And the rise of social media. What
Put your name.
Is an increase in the spread of misinformation, aka fake news. No doubt he's seen himself in a few articles that say dubious things about him. If he read the comments on the social media platforms where the stories were posted, he would have seen one side calling the other ignorant, or perhaps designating them as sheeple, while the other side accused its foe of being moronic tinfoil hat wearers. We've all seen it, and it worries Mr. Gates. At the end of the day...
Oh, does it worry Mr. Gates? Does it worry Mr. Gates? Look at this. He says, at the end of the day, society
needs robust debate, but it doesn't need mass hatred and cynical distrust.
I mean, you know what? That really pisses me off because he's the one who's creating that cynicism. He's the one who's creating that distrust, I feel like, in a lot of ways. But let's move on. That was number 15.